how to find the best salespeople of your entire life in your agency. When you do this, by the way, you'll be able to basically get good salespeople at will. And little pro tip, by the way, we've dialed our offer into the point where we actually don't need salespeople. We sell our stuff all through just Loom videos. But if you're looking to really get it dialed in, it really helps to do some sales calls in the first place. So I got two really powerful ways, not just to bring people in, but also to make sure that they set people up to win, because some salespeople will say and do anything in order to make the sale, but then you can't actually deliver on that and you just end up with a bunch of pissed off clients. So let's get into how to do that. All right, you fine motherfuckers. It's a Saturday here in Mexico. The family is down there on the beach somewhere in that vicinity. It's hard to point and look at a reflection. And holy shit, I want you guys to have the best salespeople of your life. Now here's the thing, when I used to do what everybody else did, which is you interview people and you try and get a good feel for people and you say, sell me yourself, that is a losing recipe. You want to know the best way to find out if you got a good person? All right, I'd say most of them are dudes, but every now and then you get a really good chick, is give them 5 to 10 calls. And what I'm looking for in those 5 to 10 calls, the first thing, by the way, that I'm looking for is obviously, can they actually close sales? If they close sales, that's a whole bunch of woo. Woo, 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 woo. Good old Ric Flair. These guys look like they're having a good time over here on the kayaks. So that's only one consideration, can they close? I've had salespeople, by the way, who can close and will basically say or do anything to make a sale. And what ends up happening is you end up onboarding clients with a bunch of promises that you can't actually deliver on. And then you end up just with a bunch of pissed off people. So the second thing you're looking for is the framework and the expectations for how they actually set those expectations for you to succeed. Because if they promise a client, say they were going to get you $100 million worth of business, yeah, you'll make sales, but you're going to get refunds and 5 minutes later when they find out you can't make me $100 million worth of sales. So it's really, really important that they both close people and bring them on with realistic expectations. Now I want to talk to you guys about the next level past this, which is getting your offer to the point where it's so easy to say yes to that you actually don't need salespeople. So we've got a training here on this channel, if you haven't seen it already. It's called How to Sell in Loom Videos or something like that. I forget the title of my own video. But here's the deal with that is you can actually, when somebody says I'm interested, and this is especially true, busy, successful people, they have money, but not so much time. Broke people have a whole bunch of money, or a whole bunch of time rather, but not a bunch of money. And I'm not saying it's 100% true in both cases, but usually the people who are most happy to jump on 90-minute calls with you are the brokest, and the people who guard their time with their lives, who are much more open to watching a 5-minute video, are the ones with the money. And so what we do is really, really simple, which is to make the offer so easy to say yes to. Now here's a couple of things that will make your offer. One is shrink the size of it. So I compare this to if you were walking up to a stranger at a bar and you said, hey, I think you're really sexy, will you marry me? You're probably not going to get a lot of yeses to your marriage. But if you say, hey, I think you're really cute and I would love to just take you on a little 20-minute coffee date, I think we would really like it, and I got this cool place picked out, what do you think? See if we hit it off. You can get a whole bunch more yeses. Now you compare this to offers. When I used to sell SEO, it was like a marriage. It was like, hey, I just met you and this is crazy.
Hey, I just met you and this is crazy. So here's my number, now buy my shit.
Hey, I just met you, this is crazy. So here's my number, now buy my shit. And that's basically what I was doing. Hey, I just met you, now hire me for 12 months. It's a big thing. It's much easier to say hey, let's just work on this one keyword. Let me prove to you that it works. That's actually a good phrase. Or let me run a little test, but use language that implies a short little thing. And you do that, and if you can focus on bringing them something high value quickly, you're gonna have an easy time closing sales, and then you don't need to do these long drawn out phone calls. There's flying fish just jumping out of the water. I don't know if you guys can see the ripples. I missed the fish, but holy shit, flying fish. So I hope that helps you guys to close your stuff and to find salespeople. I'll tell you where people get it wrong with salespeople is they try and bring in salespeople before their offer is converting, and then what you'll find is you'll just bring on salespeople who can't convert your offer, and you'll get really, really frustrated. So the one prerequisite you absolutely have to have is you have to have your offer dialed in enough that people can say yes to it. You do that, you can get a whole bunch of people. So that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Just out of curiosity, have you ever hired a salesperson? What was it like? Be curious to know your experiences and whether or not it's helped your agency grow and all that, or you're thinking of hiring one. We'd just love to hear from you guys because you guys are much cooler than I am. And that's all I got for you guys in this video. May the force be with you.